Okay, there it goes. I'm gonna make sure it's working. It was in the background. I forgot to open it back up. It's like your selected audio source is not uh available, and I was like, what? And
What?
I forgot to plug the headphone jack in
Ah, makes sense.
because I was using my laptop as a laptop the other day.
What?
Mm-hmm.
That's weird, man. Why would you do such a thing? Arizona green tea.
Green
Speaking
tea
of
with
which,
ginseng and honey, son.
that honey is good for you.
Yeah,
Should probably
buddy.
plug my laptop in.
Oh yeah, you don't let that shit die in the middle of it. Or you do, whichever way. I'm not gonna tell you to live your life, Joe.
Nope, that's how we end the podcast.
Whenever the battery goes, that's the
Whenever the
end.
batteries go, we go. I go. You can continue on if you want. I don't care.
I mean, some of us were professionals, Joe.
I'm gonna take a stab in the dark at where the outlet is. Hopefully, I don't bridge two outlets together.
Oh, there's a good chance that could happen. We'll know in a second when stuff lights on fire or not.
Ah, got it. I thought I charged this last week. Maybe I didn't. I've been thinking about like a better way to set things up here.
Yeah, I was thinking about the other day too, like if and when I actually get a computer instead of using my laptop for everything. How am I gonna do the video portion of it?
Well, so like if like the monitor that I have actually does have a KVM ability to it, but it's like software KVM,
Yeah.
and it wouldn't be too bad. I could literally have the laptop off to the side, and then I can run HDMI to the monitor, and then USB to the monitor. But the problem is that I could get keyboard and mouse, but there's only two USB inputs on the back of the monitor, which would be keyboard and mouse. I'd also have to plug in the I don't know. Yeah, that's the thing that keeps blocking me from it. Like, because obviously I have the microphone, so I'd have to plug that in somehow. I guess I could plug directly in, but at the same time, I've always wanted to put this microphone on an arm so that it looks nicer. Eventually, maybe one of these days, whenever somebody, we decide to play games or something, I could use it as a microphone
It's true.
for it.
It's true. You could do that.
Yeah, I don't know.
It is a microphone.
It is a microphone, but then
Well-
that would be like, okay, I'd have to plug it into the computer rather than the laptop. So I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
Not really sure at all. I don't know. Food for thought later that I'm gonna just not chew on.
That's fair. That's fair. Why dwell on the future, Joe?
Yeah, the future hasn't done anything for me at all, so why dwell on it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of things I have not dwelled on, all of those trailers that you sent.
I did send quite a few.
You sent quite a few. It got overwhelming, and I only watched one of them. I only watched one of them because it came up as an ad on
That's usually how it happens.
YouTube. And so it's on par for what I do.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, most of these didn't really even. I mean, like sure, Moana 2. Moana was a good movie, but like it's not. I'm not Mike. I'm not. It's not something I'm looking forward to or anything. The only one that I ended up watching. Where is it? Did you not actually send this one?
Which one?
Snow White?
I did not send it, I don't think.
I thought I saw you send a Snow White one. But I guess not. Oh, so then I didn't even watch any of the ones that you'd sent. Oh, we're already at Mike's vacation. That's not what I wanted to see right now.
Oh, you don't want to see that.
Nope.
No, I sent Skeleton Crew, the Star Wars show, Moana 2, Win or Lose, Toy Story 5, and then Agatha All Along.
Yeah.
I was waiting for the other ones, but they haven't actually posted the other ones. There's like the ones they showed so these are, I don't know if you know this or not. So D23 is happening this weekend.
I didn't know it was happening until it was happening.
So that's Disney's little like showcase they do where they show off new things, talk about things that are coming up, kind of show like an insider view at some things. Like they showed a Daredevil Born Again trailer that hasn't actually hit the internet, other than videos of it from cell phones in the crowd. They showed footage of Red Hulk, like a full shot of Red Hulk,
Nice.
which is pretty neato burrito. And then a bunch of different stuff. They showed a trailer for the new Ironheart miniseries, developed by Ryan Coogler, and then introduced five of the cast members. Then like Anthony Mackie was there. The cast of Agatha All Along was there. A bunch of different ones. There's all sorts of stuff we can talk about there. But yeah, the trailers I sent, I was sending a few, but like I was waiting for them to actually post, like Disney or someone to post like the actual trailers. But like those are the ones that are in there, but they haven't shown all of them yet. So I was like, oh well, I really can't do that. I'm not sending cell phone video.
Yeah, right.
I'm not that pathetic.
Did you happen to watch the Snow White trailer?
I did, yes.
What were your thoughts of it?
I mean, it's Snow White. It's. I know people are upset that they're not like, they didn't use dwarves in the actual movie, but it's like I think they wanted to make them the characters like they were in the cartoon, but like live action.
Like.
And I get it. Like it's like that's a big thing. Is like, oh, you're taking jobs away from a whole section of actors and blah blah blah. I get it. I understand what you're getting at, but other than using prosthetics on people, I'm sorry, but little people won't be able to move the way those dwarves move in the movie. Like, even if you look at like the animated version, right? They're singing and dancing and flipping and kicking their feet and stuff, and real life dwarves can't really do that. So they would have to CG it up anyways, and it might look even worse than like a full CG.
So just might as well start with everything full
Yeah,
CG for those characters.
And I don't want to sound like heartless or whatever, but it's like, I'm sorry, but like you just like they don't fit. You can't really do what the dwarves in the animated movie are doing in live action with real little people. So, I mean, yeah, they could have done mocap or whatever, but it's still like it's not the same. It's I think they took real full size human beings and mocap them, and then just used computers to make them look smaller, but use the same motion that they were using. So, but I think the characterization of them look good. I'm not a particular big fan of the actress who's playing Snow White's comments leading up to this about how they're looking to change the ethos or the story and stuff to make her more of a strong, independent woman. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's kind of like I didn't know about that going into it, but and I'd have to rewatch the trailer again. But that was the one thing I was wondering about, is that it seemed like they changed the story, which was kind of weird to me. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's perfectly fine for them to change the story and update things, but there was something weird about it that I felt from it, and maybe that could be it.
Yeah, so I don't know. It was because like there's where is this? So Jonathan, as he's known in the casting on Wikipedia at least, Andrew Burnap is playing as Jonathan, and then I don't even know how to say this person's name. Ansu Kabia is a British actor, but he's playing the Huntsman. And then obviously Gal Gadot is Evil Queen, and then Rachel Zegler is playing Snow White. And I haven't seen it. I don't think I've seen enough stuff with her to know if she's like a good actress or not, because I know she was in the new Hunger Games prequel movie that came out, but I haven't seen. So I can't like say like, oh, I don't like her as a actress. Wait, they did use a little person. Grumpy's played by Martin Kleba, who's the little guy from little person from or whatever nomenclature we're supposed to use from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay.
So he's a little person. There's enough. The rest of this isn't. They haven't listed here all the other actors that voice at least the characters. I don't know. Anyways, but I don't know if there's because there's not even a. Is there an actual synopsis of this movie on here? No.
I have no idea.
Oh, and people were like, I know Rachel came out talking about how people were saying that she's not Snow White because she's not white, and I'm like, okay, first off, I get it because Snow White, she was named that because her skin was white, but it's like, come on, guys.
IMDb just says it's a live-action adaptation of the 1937 Disney animated film Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So not even much of a thing there.
Thought they would have updated it, but
it looks like it was updated an hour ago.
Yeah.
Nope, that looks like the actual classical telling. Once upon a time, Huntsman War.
Gal Gadot looked dope though. She looked
Right.
She looked pretty good as the evil queen.
Yeah.
Villager, dancer, huntsman. What do I know this guy from anything? Definitely don't know him from that. Oh, he was well, I mean, small role in that one, so I've seen that movie.
Yeah, what was that?
Murder on the Orient Express.
I didn't mean to see that. Never did.
Those are fun movies, man. They're fun movies.
Oh, Greta Gerwig wrote this movie.
Yeah. Last Christmas. I don't think I've ever seen that one. Which one's that one? Oh, I didn't see that one. That's the one with Khal Drogo's wife. I'm trying to see if I know the dude that plays the huntsman.
Yeah, I was trying to get to that too. Not that I would suddenly know him
From seeing a name.
more than you. That was Jonathan? Andrew?
No, the huntsman.
Oh, there it is right there.
Yeah.
Sorry. Next one down.
He was in Fast and Furious. Hobbs and Shaw. I don't know. There's a lot of these are British shows and movies, so I'm not privy to.
The Sandman.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, I looked at the name, I was like, I don't know if I think he's the. I'd have to look at it again, but I think that isn't that the. Is he one of the demons that was in the? Is he the demon that was in the church?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to think of the name. Ruthven Skies.
Yeah.
I can't think of it. Yeah.
A character named Farno. Maple.
I don't really recognize any of these. I mean, I recognize some of these movies or shows, but nothing I've seen. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know either.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. But yeah, so Snow White. Trailer looked interesting. So we'll see what happens. It's probably not something I'll see in theaters, but
No.
other than that, it's cool.
That reminds me, I saw that the Furiosa movie is on, was it Max?
Oh, is it on Max already?
I swear I saw that it was on Max, and I was like, oh, I should watch that this weekend. Now I realized I totally forgot.
The weekend's not over yet, Joe.
Yeah, but today is make food for the week and go visit the parents' day, so it basically is over.
That's fair. Why do they show new pirate? Oh, okay, I see what they're saying. that headline was really poorly written. New pirate characters revealed for Star Wars Skeleton Crew at D23 Expo. And I was like, wait, what? Because I had just clicked on something for new attractions coming to the Disney parks all over the world, and one of them was talking about the new they're doing a pirates themed tavern in
Nice.
where'd they say it was?
It would have to be in, or you
It's
talking
in
about which park it's at?
Disney. It's in Disney World, so I think they said it was at.
Okay.
I think they said it was at Magic Kingdom. They're doing a bunch. Like I don't know if you saw, but like during the this was months ago when they had their end of year financial call. Bob Iger came out and said they're investing more highly in the parks as for to expand them and to add new attractions and entertainment and things like that because they feel that is going to be the bulk of their revenue coming in because the parks have lost a lot of money since the pandemic because obviously things like couldn't be open and people weren't really going out. But they noticed that people after the pandemic ended, like officially ended, and like it was clear to go out in public again. The parks revenue jumped drastically, obviously from pandemic it did, but like even before pandemic numbers because people were craving that experience.
Right.
But they did like a bunch of like probably like surveying people and stuff like that, and they probably have analytics based on what experiences people were going to, what rides they were trying to get on, not just the new ones because everyone wanted the new ones like the Tron and the Guardians and Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railroad and all that Railway, all that fun stuff. Always wanted to go on the new stuff, right? But they're talking about the attractions that people were flocking to more often, things that obviously they've missed in the last few years. So they were using all that, and they're like, hey, like we're gonna invest highly. And it's like something like $8 billion or some shit in park expansions all over the world. That includes like the expansion of both Disneyland and California Adventures, multiple expansions in Disney World, all those parks. So Hollywood Studios, Magic Kingdom, the Animal Kingdom, blah blah blah. I can't think of the other one right now. Epcot. So they're expanding those ones, doing new attractions, pulling out old ones, putting in new ones, things like that. Talking about new stuff outside of the United States and like Singapore, Paris, things like that. And so there's a bunch of that stuff they talked about. And one of the ones they were talking about is that in Epcot they're doing a new Spaceship Earth themed lounge,
Nice.
where it'll be like just like more of like a chill area, which they don't really have in Disney World, which is kind of weird to me. So there's this one area over by there that's like not even used anymore. It's where like just got a bunch of, it's like an outdoor cafeteria place, and I guess like most of the time it's not even open for like actual food service. So I think that's where they're putting it. And then the other one I think is going in the Magic Kingdom, but it's a Pirates of the Caribbean themed lounge that'll have small food bites, and then appetizer type things, and then beverages. But it's they showed concept art and it looked pretty cool. So that's what they're talking about, but they weren't. But they announced so much stuff for just the parks alone. It's kind of ridiculous. So like just starting, I'm not gonna read all the details, but I'll briefly go over them real quick. So Magic Kingdom is getting a new. So Magic Kingdom, for people who don't know, is the Disneyland version of Disney in Disney World. So Disney World is made up of multiple parks. There isn't a place called Disney World. The whole group of them is Disney World. Magic Kingdom is the equivalent to Disneyland, but in Florida. And it is massive and ridiculous and gorgeous to behold. But it is more of what Disneyland was originally, where it has like Frontierland, it has Tomorrowland, things like that. It doesn't have Star Wars. It doesn't have any of those other, like, it's just Disney centric stuff.
Okay.
Which is obviously wild compared to like Disneyland, which they just cram all that stuff into different places there.
Right.
So they're getting a new Disney or Magic Kingdom is getting a new Villains Land. It's going to be 2 major attractions, and as well as shopping and dining areas. And it's going to be, they show a concept photo of it, and it looks like a big amalgamation of kind of like different villain areas. And there's like a big old castle on a big rock spire. There's a place that looks kind of like the Shadowlands from Lion King. There's like a village area, it looks like. A bunch of cool stuff happening there. So we'll see what that actually looks like. They're going to have, let's see what else there. Section of Frontierland will be reimagined with cars. So unlike California Disney, or Cars Land and Disney California Adventures, this will remain part of Frontierland. And a new space will have two attractions. One created especially with younger guests in mind, because that's one of the big things. Like they want to actually have like kid rides and adult rides, mainly so that kids will like obviously enjoy themselves too. But you can have adult rides that are a little more advanced if you want.
Right.
Construction will begin in 2025. A new nighttime parade in the spirit of beloved Main Street Electrical Parade is coming summer of 2025 and will be Disney Starlight. And they showed concept of that. And then, so here's the thing I was talking about, the Pirates themed tavern. And I'll try to post all these pictures and stuff that I can on the website, so people who want to see the stuff I sent to the group and with all the stuff we're talking about, it'll be on there too. So it's hard to describe a lot of this stuff. Then Disney Hollywood Studios is getting the first Monsters Inc. land in any Disney park coming to Hollywood Studios, with construction beginning in 2025. It'll include the very first suspended coaster in Disney history.
Oh.
Yep. So that's pretty interesting. And it is called the Scare Floor.
Okay.
And the concept art shows Mike, Sully, and Boo hanging on her door, flying through the different above the Scare Floor.
What I was wondering, yeah.
Yep. So it says guests will travel through the Laugh Factory doors in the first suspended coaster in Disneyland and in any Disney park. And of course, they'll use the latest technology, all the latest tricks, and most immersive environment you can imagine to create the experience that fans will love. By the way, I know Joe has experienced Rise of the Resistance, which is the most advanced. That and the Smuggler's Run definitely have some of the most advanced animatronics.
Yeah, they're the newest ones at the park, or Disneyland. Yeah.
Yeah. So one of the newest rides that's at Disney World in Hollywood Studios, and I think it might be open in Disneyland now. I could be wrong. I have to look it up. It's been a few years since I've been to Disneyland, but
right.
Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway is one of the newest attractions. Is by far one of the best rides they have.
Oh yeah.
Because it is wildly unpredictable, and it feels. So you know that scene in Roger Rabbit where Eddie goes into Toontown for the first time in the movie, obviously not in his history, and you have that that feel like, oh shit, like it's like 3D-ish, it's like it's all around him. That's what it feels like when you get on this ride, because when you go in, you're kind of like in the Star Wars where they, like in the Rise of Resistance, where they cut the hole in the wall, there was a wall there and then they did some stuff and all of a sudden we could walk through the wall. It makes no sense. They do something similar to this, but like Goofy crashes a train into the wall, and then in front of you, the wall just disappears, and you walk through the wreckage of the hole.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's fucking wild. But the carts are much like they are in Rise of the Resistance, where they're not on tracks.
Okay.
They like free moving and stuff. So every time you're on it, you potentially have a different like angle you're spinning at. Like it's all the same path, right? But like the different cars move in different patterns. They do the same thing in this ride. So you're riding on the train, and the train, the actual engine car, is animated with Goofy in it, but the windows are him, and they're all the way around the cab of it, so you can see him interacting. And then the environment changes, but then it's like you're in a cartoon because all it's around you, and they have the animatronics they use for Mickey and Minnie have animated eyes, which are like digital screens. Okay. So they emote, like their mouths move, their eyes blink, they like have shot. Like, it's wild, dude. It's crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah. So and at one point, like Goofy's like driving the train and he kind of wrecks, and so the carts separate and they start running around by themselves.
Okay.
Yeah, it's super crazy. So, like, that's one of the things they're doing. Obviously, this is not going to do that because this is a suspended coaster and they show it on tracks, whatever. But I can imagine this one being where they talk about the newest technologies. We're going to have, like, fully animatronically control, like moving Mike and Sully and Boo, with like animated eyes, and their mouths are going to move much like they did with, I don't know if you've seen any of the photos or videos from the reimagined Splash Mountain.
No, haven't.
Which is themed after The Princess and the Frog. They have all these new crazy articulating animatronics that like have full body movement and like joint manipulation.
That's cool.
Like eyelids that open and close, eyes that move around, like their mouths actually have like articulation of the lips and stuff. It's fucking crazy, dude. And they're not all characters. Like there's a I can't remember her name, is Mama something or other, but she's an old black lady with she's all big, but she has like it's a real humanoid face, but like it's not human as like it looks like an actor. It looks like her from the movie, but like human. It's fucking wild, dude. I'm like, I don't think I enjoy this because it's a little too. It's like
uncanny?
Yeah, it's a little too much. Like you can still tell she's an animatronic, but it's like almost like a human's acting like an animatronic. It's pretty fucking wild, and I can't wait to ride it to see what it's like. But they have like all sorts of shit in there. But so I can imagine that's gonna be what that is gonna be, and it's gonna be pretty fucking cool. This one should excite Joe. Not that he's ever been to Animal Kingdom, but Animal Kingdom is getting a brand new facelift. So Disney previously announced Tropical America's themed land will be opening in 2027, replacing Dino Land USA. Construction will begin this fall, so guests have a chance to ride Dinosaur last time before it closes. Dinosaur is based on the movie Dinosaur from the early 2000s. Arguably not a very good movie, but the ride's really fun. It's very much like the Indiana Jones and the Mummy ride. If you remember the Mummy ride, Joe, where you're like in a cart and you're on a track, whatever. But the whole theme is like basically you're on a expedition where they basically found a way to time travel, so you can experience dinosaur land, like dinosaurs in their natural habitat, right? But one of the scientists wants to try to bring one of the dinosaurs back, so he sends you on a special mission. But he sends you right before the asteroid hits.
Nice.
So the reason they do that is so by the time you leave, the asteroid hits and destroys any evidence that we were there. So if you drop a hat, it gets obliterated, whatever, right?
Affect the timeline.
Yeah,
it's not a bad idea.
Yes, it's not. It really. So, but he miscalculates and sends you right as the asteroid's falling, which is like the premise of the movie Dinosaur. So you're going through that, and it's a pretty fun ride. And Paige is very upset that it's going away because it's one of her favorites there. But it is super dated because it's from the early 2000s. And definitely needed a facelift, but they're just getting rid of it. And so the new land will feature a new Indiana Jones attraction.
Nice.
So it is said it's to be the most different of any of the Indiana Jones stuff they have so far, and they show a concept of like a almost like a Mayan-ish looking temple thing. So there's not much details past that. They have a couple concept art pictures they posted, and I'll try to post those online as well. A new Zootopia Better Together show will open in winter 2025 in the Tree of Life Theater, which currently, again, kind of upset Paige because it has a attraction in it called Tough to Be a Bug, which is a 4D theater experience with A Bug's Life, where you basically get it's cool because you go into the Tree of Life. I don't know if Joe has ever seen the Tree of Life, but it's the big Tree of Life that's from...
Yeah, I've seen the Tree of Life. Yeah. Obviously, I've never been to Disney World, so...
Yeah, so the theater, the Tree of Life theater, is underneath the Tree of Life. So when you walk into the attraction, what's cool about it is you go through, it makes it look like you're shrinking down to the size of a bug. Okay. So as you go down, things start to grow bigger.
Okay.
And then when you're in the caverns, there's like real human artifacts that are just giant sized, like a pencil and things like that. But then one of the cool things about that, which is gonna be devastating to me, but Joe knows I love puns. So what they did in this, because it's a theater, they have old movie posters that are puns, bug puns of old classic movies.
Okay.
So those are all over as you're waiting to go in and get your little 3D bug glasses. But that's going away. But they're making a new Zootopia themed theater event in there. So I'm guessing it's going to be very similar, but they're going to redo it to make it look like Zootopia stuff. So that's, whatever. I think that's pretty much all that there. Epcot is getting a newly reimagined test track. Test track is a ride where you get to go and you kind of spec out your car and then you race it against another team.
Okay.
So that's getting rethemed. New, I mentioned this earlier. A new spaceship Earth inspired lounge, which is obviously that. So Disney theme parks around the world, 12 parks, 6 castles, as they say, and then they show a couple of the pictures from the different areas all over the world. And then they talk about Disneyland Park, which is a weird way of putting it, but that's Disneyland in California. There, one of the big things is obviously Tiana's Bayou Adventure opens officially in Disneyland on November 15th, because they've had test people go through and stuff like that, but officially launches on opens to everybody on the 15th of November. So if you're going there for the Halloween stuff, prepare to wait in a real fucking long line, like longer than like Haunted Mansion reskinned as Nightmare Before Christmas. It's this line. I imagine this line's gonna be fucking. They may do a virtual queue for it, because I can imagine that line being like all day thing.
Because that would be like what they did with all the Star Wars stuff when it first started, was virtual queues.
Yeah.
So I can imagine that they're going to do the same thing here until things calm down.
Yeah. And then the other one they're doing is the first ever audio animatronic of Walt Disney.
Oh wow.
Will be added to the park to celebrate his 70th anniversary. So for the folks who don't know, there's a Lincoln animatronic in the Hall of Presidents, which I think has been renamed to something else. I can't remember.
Now that you mention it, I do think it was renamed. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're gonna have a fully animatronic and audio voiced Walt Disney. And they show a concept picture of it, which is pretty cool, because he's sitting on his desk, overlooking. Has his big map of Disneyland behind him, and then his window faces into the park, and he sits on his desk and talks to you about, his thoughts and ideas for Disneyland. Disney California Adventures is getting Avengers Campus is getting 2 new attractions and will double the size of the current land. Construction will begin in 2025. That's part of the expansion of California Adventures. Nice. Previously announced multiverse attraction will be called Avengers Infinity Defense. A newly announced 4th attraction will be called Stark Flight Labs and will allow guests to try out Stark's technology. Then there will be a Coco ride, based obviously around the Disney or the animated movie Coco, and it is a boat ride. I guess by the concept art, it makes it look like you go through the land of the dead. And then Disneyland or Disney California Adventures is also getting its very first Avatar destination. This setting will be another location on Pandora, not the same as Disney's Animal Kingdom, and will be inspired by the second film and upcoming future films, which is, by the way, we talked about this one before when I came back from Disney World the last 2 times or whatever. What's wild to me is I never really knew what one of the Avatar rides was there, because there's 2 in Disney in Animal Kingdom. Yeah. There's the one I've never been on, because it's always either down or just super busy or whatever, but I don't want to wait in line for a slow ride when I can ride other ones. But it's like a river ride where you run through, and it has like it's supposed to have really crazy animatronics, and like it's at the Navi River. I think it's called the Navi River Adventure or something like that. But the other one is the flight, like the Flight of Pandora or something like that. I can't remember what it's called, but basically it's a virtual thing where you basically you get put into an avatar body, and you get to ride one of the fucking crazy flying things. But it has elements from the second movie, and it was well, no, I guess it was already that way before that movie came out.
Okay, so they knew what things were gonna be.
Yeah. which is
Okay,
wild
it
to
makes
me.
sense because Cameron already has like everything plotted out as far
Yeah.
as I'm aware. Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. And then so they will have two new or one new a track like a ride there, I guess maybe two. I don't know. They didn't say on here, but I know they mentioned one, and it's going to be this all new thing that's going to basically be more. The land itself is themed after the water and fire things.
Okay.
So pretty cool that way. Um, but I think that was for that one. Oh, and then the abroad. So this one really excited Paige and makes me worried that I have to go to Paris. A new Lion King attraction is coming to Disneyland Paris.
Comes naturally. We're going to France.
Yeah, right. So in January, the resort is also getting a new Disney and Pixar nighttime spectacular. The resort's World of Frozen will open in 2026 as part of the previously announced massive reimagining of Walt Disney Studios Park into Disney Adventure World. A new Spider-Man thrill ride is coming to Singapore Disneyland, and they show a coaster with Spider-Man swinging all around you. So I don't know what the fuck that's going to be. Another Spider-Man attraction is headed to Hong Kong's Disneyland Stark Expo. Tokyo Disney Resort, which is opened in Fantasy Springs Port earlier this year, is getting a new nighttime spectacular called the Reach for the Stars on September 20th, and will be located in Tokyo Disneyland. I think that's it for the Disney park ones. Yeah, that's all I could find. So a lot of stuff obviously happening in the Disney parks all around the world, not just here in the States.
That's cool.
I think that's it for that. They announced so much more stuff. They had a bunch of crazy stuff they did at D23 too. They had like a TVA experience you could walk through and actually have an interactive thing with Raccoon. Through one of the time, they basically had time doors you could peek into, and it was basically like this. You look into one, and it's like a view into like a Marvel world, like Wakanda, like had Black Panther stuff in one, Avengers stuff in one, but then there was an animated like virtual Rocket Raccoon that talked to you.
Okay.
And he was like, it was pretty fun. There's a video online. I can send it to you. It's sort of kind of boring because they don't really edit it very well, but whatever. It's cool to see what they did there for just a thing that's only happening for a couple days and then going away. I think that was everything.
I'm trying to find. Weren't they updating the Indiana Jones ride in Disneyland as well?
Yeah, I don't think they've announced too much about it, other than they're just updating it to make it so it doesn't break down every 20.
Oh, so it wasn't
rides.
like going to be a little more like the new one over in Disney World.
Maybe I don't know.
So I was just trying to. I don't know.
have to
Yeah,
find
so I was
out.
just trying to find out, but I guess I don't really see anything. Whatever.
Let's see.
Just another reason to go to Disney World eventually.
It's true.
Once it's done.
It's pretty fun.
So I've heard.
It is intense though, and you really have to.
Well, that's the type of place that sounds like you'd almost have to I'm taking a week to go there and just spending like a day in one of the lands because there's 5 different lands, right? 4 different lands.
So Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, Epcot. Is it 4? Or is it 5?
No, 5 because isn't there? What's the area that has like all the New Orleans and all the?
That's Epcot.
That's Epcot, so maybe
Yeah.
it is just 4.
Hold on, I'll pull it right now. My brain is spacing on what it is. Let's see.
Well, they also used to have like the beach stuff as well, like all the
Yeah.
water stuff. Is that also in?
Hold on. That's all around. So there's, so there's just 4 parks.
4 parks.
And then Disney Springs, which is like their shopping area.
Yeah.
That's outside the park though. So, but the main ones are Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Disney's Hollywood Studios, and Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park.
There you go. Yeah, you just spend a week there.
It's literally you can. It's so much to do.
I imagine that would be fucking expensive though, because those tickets are.
It's quite expensive. It's oh my god, dude, it can be ridiculous. Trying to think of what else there was at Disney or D23. So obviously the trailers we talked about earlier, they showed off the cast for Tron Ares came out and they announced that Nine Inch Nails is doing the music for it. Not Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, Nine Inch Nails.
Yeah, but they'll be involved, right?
Well, Trent Reznor will be involved, but Atticus Ross is a separate entity.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they didn't say like, hey, like Trent Reznor, and like they literally came out and said music by Nine Inch Nails. And I was like, that's hard. That's fucking wild.
That is wild.
Yeah. Showed new footage for or new image. Was it an image or photo or video? I don't know. Of the new look for the new Black Widow in Thunderbolts.
Okay.
Wasn't a big deal. They showed the first footage from Mandalorian and Grogu, the movie.
Cool.
They showed a new Mufasa trailer, which is available to watch online. They showed the title sequence to Freakier Friday, I think it's called.
I think that's what's called. Yeah.
Let's see. They brought the cast of Daredevil Reborn out, which included John Bernthal as Punisher. But
Nice.
they brought out Charlie Cox, John Bernthal, Deborah Ann Wall. Trying to remember what Foggy's actual name is. And they brought out Kingpin, which his name's spacing on something.
Yep.
But they brought them out. Jared Leto came and teased his character for Tron Ares. Pixar announced a bunch of stuff, including Incredibles 3, Toy Story 5, their very first television show called Win or Lose, which is about a Little League baseball team, which looked pretty funny. They're called the Pickles.
Nice.
Let's see what else. Show off Red Hulk. Or talk about that. Agatha All the Long. They showed the cast because the cast of Fantastic Four First Steps is in their second week of production, and they showed them sitting around a table, and the only person dressed in anything was Joseph Quinn, but it looked like a very weirdly dated outfit. But Ben was still Ben and wasn't the thing yet, so that's cool.
Yeah.
I think it was all there. Showed music for it. They played music for it.
They showed music, got high, and then they showed it.
Oh my god. Let's see what else. There was a bunch of shit they announced. Obviously, trying to find all of it. Don't care about that because that's at the park. Let's see. Obviously, Moana 2 we talked about earlier. They showed that. Oh, they showed off the first footage of live action Stitch from Lilo and Stitch.
Oh right, yeah.
Obviously, he's fully CG. They're not putting someone in like makeup or whatever. But they
Kind of hilarious.
interacted with real life in there, and he busted through the screen as he would.
Mm-hmm.
Announced a bunch of cruise ship shit that they're doing, including a haunted mansion parlor bar on one of the ships, because they're just definitely doubling down on experiences everywhere, like just madness. That is a Roosevelt shirt I'm probably going to own.
There was a Roosevelt shirt that I ran across a couple days ago that I was going to send you. I was like, oh, Cody needs this shirt. What was it now?
Great question.
What was the one that you just saw?
They did a anniversary for Haunted Mansion.
No, that wasn't it. But yes, you definitely would need that one.
Yeah. They have a really cool one that's out now that's basically the wallpaper, but it glows in the dark. So like when you go in the dark, the eyeballs glow.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so that was pretty neato. Someone might get that for me because they have it at their work.
Oh, really?
Yep. They have. She bought me one there already. But they keep getting them in. She's like, I want to buy all these for you. I'm like, okay.
No, don't.
Oh, no, don't do that.
Don't spend money on something I enjoy. I think it was... I think I remember where I saw it. I just have to find it. As I sit here and search for it. But yeah, it sounds like a lot of cool stuff coming out of that. I wish I had the money to do like all of it all at once.
Yeah, well, you'd have to save up quite a bit because there is a lot.
I just mean I wish I had the money to do it all now.
That's true, yeah.
It's just like, oh, new Indiana Jones ride? Let's go. It's not up yet. Well, I have to wait. But, whatever.
Give you time to save money, Joe.
Exactly.
See? They're letting you know, like, hey, save your money now because you're going to need it.
Mm-hmm.
And we go into town. I think that's all the major stuff we briefly touched on. Like they announced the new Avatar movie's name, which is Avatar Fire and Ash. Which is hilarious because like Bruce Campbell got on fucking Twitter and was like, "Yeah, me and Feige or me and Iger have been talking." I was like, or me and James have been talking. I was like, I swear to God, dude, if Ash, it's not spelled Ash, it's spelled ASH, not A. Wait, he spells it A.
He spells it ASH, yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, if someone can just give me Avatar but with Ash in it, like just give me that for a second, like I'm okay. I'll even take an AI version of it. Because that would be hilarious.
Oh my God, it would be so good. So good. Aha, there it is. I found it.
Found it.
It's a Deadpool one on AMC Theaters website. AMC Theaters merchandise website.
Okay.
It's all sold out.
Of course it
I
is.
think that's why I didn't send it to you because it was all sold out. Maybe or Roosevelt's even has it on their main site.
Well, I know. So I have a SpongeBob Roosevelt shirt that isn't on their website because we got it at Universal.
Okay, so they may do like specific ones. But yeah, it was all sold out, so I think that's why I didn't send it to you. It was like, okay, well, you can't get it anyway, so why even tease them?
Yeah. Did I get the name of it right? Yeah.
What?
Avatar Fire and Ash.
But yeah, that would be funny if Bruce Campbell shows up.
Yeah. It's just like he doesn't have to be Ash. He just has to be in it, like just as a nod, like to let us know, like, hey,
we know this. Yeah, maybe
we know
he
what's
says
up.
To the King Baby. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it would just be another fucking Disney property he's in. So.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think there was much else. Well, they announced the Percy Jackson and Olympians season 2 production. Oh, that was the thing. So Kevin Feige just straight up dropped like a huge announcement during the Daredevil Born Again thing. So he's talking about how episode 1 is all wrapped up and we're gonna get it in March. I think they said it was.
Wow, next year.
But he's like they're hot on filming season 2, and I was like,
so they've finished season 1.
yeah. I'm like, they're in production of season 2 already, and I was like,
it means that they, for one, have belief that the first season's going to do well.
well, apparently like insider thing saying like did like I haven't talked to Justin obviously, and he's not gonna tell me anything that he can.
Oh, that's right. He's doing.
Yeah,
I forgot that they were doing.
Yeah, they're doing they're directing majority of the episodes for Daredevil. So.
God damn, I forgot about that.
But yeah, so it's like I'm not gonna try to get any information to him because
Yeah.
I don't want to get him in trouble or whatever, right?
Seriously.
But from what I've read, and this is not, I'm not saying I haven't talked to him. This is it. But I've read stuff on the internet from people talking. Apparently, like Disney is like super happy with what Marvel's doing with it, and like if you can look up, there's cell phone footage of it, of the trailer. It looks gnarly, dude. Like,
nice.
but like, remember how like gritty and dark and like violent the show on Netflix was?
Yeah.
This has that, but like looks gorgeous. Not saying the other one didn't, right? But obviously there was like a production difference in like what from literally 10 years ago to now.
Mm-hmm.
But like the footage, and I'm looking at this, like the footage I'm seeing is like from a cell phone,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I'm like, wow, that actually looks fucking cool as hell.
Nice.
Yeah, so pretty excited about that. But yeah, he's just like casually saying, "Oh, and they're hot on production of season 2," and I was like, "You can't just fucking say that, dude."
Right. I mean, you can.
You definitely can. You're fucking
At
Kevin
least
Feige.
it's something to say that hey, they're not going to wait until season 1 finishes to see if it's actually doing any good and then continue on with season 2 or not.
Yeah.
At least they're saying that, hey, it sounds like what they saw from season 1 was good enough to just be like, yeah, do season 2. Let's just do this.
Let's go.
And that's awesome for Justin and Aaron. That's just amazing. That's guaranteed work for them, for one. And for two, it's like, man, to just be like, yeah, this is what I do. I make awesome shit for Disney.
Yep. Just like, yep, this is what we do.
Get their name out there, and then just, bam, just do bigger stuff from there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're doing a stage adaptation of The Greatest Showman. They're doing a Hercules stage show.
Hercules is probably pretty cool.
Yeah. They had the sirens out and they performed the song on stage there.
Nice.
Which is pretty cool. Oh, so earlier today, this isn't from it might be from D23, I don't know. Disney announced that season 35 of The Simpsons is coming to Disney Plus sometime this year or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. But then they said exclusive episodes.
Interesting. So there's going to be extra episodes, or are there going to be only some episodes?
I don't know. That's the thing, is like there was no description, and I was like, I need to find out more about this because what's happening here?
I take this with a grain of salt because now it's trying to brush off a memory. I do think I recall hearing something months ago or years ago that they wanted to slowly transition The Simpsons to like a streaming thing.
I mean, maybe everything's going streaming
only. Simpsons. Just because it's been running for so long, I don't remember now. Where to watch and stream.
Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, they said that. I was like, what does that mean?
Maybe that's what it was, or they were going to do more exclusive stuff with streaming only. Yeah, Google search results are sucking. On page 4 now, this sucks.
And especially if it was a while ago, shit's probably buried in.
Yeah, and I could be misremembering what exactly they were saying. Oh, well, here's something from MSN 44 minutes ago. That was on page 4. Simpsons will have more content in store for Disney. Well, to be fair, now that I think about it, the Disney Plus actually had those little shorts for The Simpsons, and that was exclusive to streaming.
Oh, was it? Okay, maybe that's what it is then.
News was announced during D23 Expo, which was attended by OCBR, which is okay. The team announced that 4 never-before-seen episodes are going to debut exclusively on Disney+. And the first of the 4 will be a supersized holiday episode. Continue reading.
Continue reading. Pay money now.
God, no. Come on. I clicked the button. Let's go. There we go. It's always had a strong following over its 35 seasons, yet it's clear that one season is a lot weaker than the rest. Set to debut just in time for Christmas this year, Tuesday, December 17th, the first Disney Plus exclusive MSN is where I'm reading this from, so that's why I accidentally said MSN. Stop it. Fucking ads. I hate when they load the ads in and then it changes where you're reading.
The worst.
Where to go? Okay, the first Disney Plus exclusive episode is called
Yep.
Let's do this again. Because it's come on. It's like, come on, let's do this. It's come on, all ye faithful. It's a double episode that's timed to coincide with the 35th anniversary of the series premiering in December 1989. 2 of the other Disney Plus episodes are revealed to be titled The Fast and the Furious and Yellow Planet, but premiere dates have not yet been set.
So there'll be full-on episodes, huh?
Yeah. This is more Simpsons, but what is this? More Halloween content is coming in 2024. Well, full-length episodes getting released only on Disney Plus will be new. There have been several Simpsons shorts, which I've mentioned, films that were made for the streaming platform. The next one, a Halloween-themed short, is coming to Disney Plus in October. With The Simpsons and Halloween, it was confirmed that this year's Treehouse of Horror special will tell 3 different stories, including a stop-motion animation segment that spoofs Venom, with a pair of extraterrestrial denim jeans bonding with Homer.
Venom.
What was that sentence I just read?
Oh my god, that's so funny.
The other segments will see giant monsters created by political rage and Mr. Burns confronted with the ghosts of his abused workers.
Oh my god.
Something about Krusty the Clown. Additionally, a second Halloween-themed episode is coming this year. Oh, good. Damn it. Stop that. While it won't be an official Treehouse of Horror special, it has the title Treehouse of Horror Presents Simpsons Wicked This Way Comes. It will also present 3 separate stories, with each one spoofing a Ray Bradbury story. Oh. TV series will return this season with season 36 in September, with a major episode planned to kick off the season. It will focus on Bart's birthday, and it's been teased that there will be some pretty exciting cameos from characters popping up for the occasion. One has already been revealed, and it's being divulged that Danny DeVito will be in the episode to reprise his role as Herb, Homer's brother.
Huh.
That's awesome. That's basically it. That's cool. Man, that's a lot of stuff for The Simpsons.
That Simpsons ain't fucking around, brother. It seems like, fuck it. Let's do it.
Right?
We own this IP. Let's get to work.
Yeah. Might as well.
I mean,
keep milking it. I love The Simpsons. I'll keep watching them. I haven't watched them in a while. I've been meaning to catch up with the
actual shizzo.
New seasons. Yeah. It's funny how over the past week I was watching, what was I watching? Oh, the new Futurama. And it turned out that either I got signed out of Hulu, even on the Apple TV, or I don't think my brother was paying for Hulu anymore. I don't remember. But then he's like, just watch it on Disney Plus. I'm like, what do you mean it's on Disney Plus? And, oh shit, it is on Disney Plus. Like, all of their Hulu content is also on Disney Plus.
Yeah, there's a lot of that stuff. Not everything on Hulu is on there, but all the stuff from the Disney properties, like Disney owns,
Right.
like a lot of the Fox stuff, FX, that stuff is on the Hulu side of Disney Plus now.
Yeah, so it's like, why even have Hulu at this point? Like,
Because it does offer Hulu still offers live sports or live TV, live sports. I think is the big thing, and other networks that aren't available through Disney Plus. But for the most part, the stuff that you're gonna watch is pretty much all on Disney Plus as well.
So it's like, shit. I could watch the newest episode of Futurama last night on Disney Plus. It was
That's
like,
right,
I don't
dog.
need Hulu at all.
Yeah, like we rewatched Deadpool 1 on Disney Plus, and it was very bizarre.
Right.
To like watch an R-rated movie of like that caliber R-rated movie like on Disney Plus. It just made me laugh. I was like,
Well, I remember when they announced that like Alien is going to go to Disney Plus, and it's like, you mean the horror R-rated horror movie?
yeah,
It's
buddy.
gonna be on Disney Plus. What?
Yeah,
The Fox R-rated horror movie
that's right.
is gonna be on that kids channel. All right, I'm fine with it. Just keep adding more of a value proposition to me.
Disney Kids. Yeah, I'm excited about Alien Romulus though.
Disney Kids. It just makes me think that they're gonna make an Aliens version of like a kids Alien show.
Oh, I was going to bring
Dora
up.
the Explorer, but in space with aliens.
So when we were talking about,
Which is a Nickelodeon property, I realize that. I don't know of a Disney property that would be like that.
I'm sure there's something they have.
I'm sure.
So remember we were talking about Comic-Con and how at the Alien Romulus panel they had people being attacked by facehuggers.
Yes.
They're doing it in theaters.
Awesome.
They had a chest burster come out of somebody in the middle of a fucking movie theater.
That's awesome.
There's footage online you can watch of like people like, what the fuck is this? In like the lobby of movie theaters, there's dudes and ladies on the ground with a face hugger on their face, and the face hugger's breathing.
I want to take one home with me.
Joe, what is wrong with you?
It's awesome.
Hey, there's a coyote. Let's go pet it. No, Paige.
Yeah,
Hey, there's a
let's
face
go
hugger.
pet
Let's
it.
go pet it, Joe. No.
Yeah.
No, Joe.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. I don't want to die a
cuddly.
horrible death.
Looks cuddly.
It looks cuddly. Looks like it wants to give hugs.
It looks like it wants to get hugs. Free hugs.
I did see a thing. I think it was on Twitter because Gabe from Penny Arcade had commented on it. I think it was Gabe.
Mm-hmm.
Someone said the new Alien Romulus movie doesn't make him look like so much of a face hugger, more of a face fucker. And he goes, "Hey, that's our." Wait, he's like, "Oh no, that's a fruit fucker. No, you can use it."
That's a fruit fucker.
I was like, "That's
Yeah.
pretty funny." That's pretty.
No, there is a different comic that I ran across years ago that did that, and I think the comic was called VG Cats.
Okay.
Yeah, there it is.
Is it cats playing video games?
No, well, sort of. They're. Oh my God, is it going to load a better picture than that, or are we just not?
Probably not.
Here we go. I'll send you the link to the page. It's just anthropomorphized cats. Where is send? Oh, there it is. Messages.
Send.
To the pod. There we go. Send. You'll get a kick out of it because it is literally, yeah.
Literally, yeah.
But this was back in, God, when did they show when this was posted? No. Wonder if this. I mean, the website's still up, so I wonder if they're still even. Oh, 2004, copyright 2004. It was a pretty funny webcomic way back in the day. I just stopped seeing it. Much like I used to go to Penny Arcade. You mentioned Penny Arcade, and I'm like, oh my God, I used to view that webcomic all the time, and haven't in a long time. Or even Control Alt Delete was another one.
Yeah. And obviously, Side Night and Happiness.
Sign on Happiness, yeah. Oh, I actually still have the app. I have the app on my iPad, and I'll pop in every once in a while.
Oh, yeah. It's
To get a
fantastic.
good chuckle about some awful stuff.
Yeah. See this I was trying to find it. So there's an ad for Alien Romulus that is showing this happening in theaters where they're showing preview screenings of the movie,
Mm-hmm.
and the announcer that's literally talking to the crowd has a chest burster that pops out of his shirt while he's talking to the crowd, and he's spitting up like the foam, like while he's trying to announce to the team, like the crowd, like what they're about to watch or whatever. And then there's an animatronic face hooker that comes running into the theater.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's an ad. Like it's, I was like, dude, this is fucking wild. Disney
Right.
don't give a fuck, dude. Disney's like, hey, we like we've had 2 movies so far in theaters in the last like 2 months that have hit $1 billion. We got money to spend on fucking terrorizing people at a screening of our newest movie.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking wild, bro. All right, that should be it. That's all I got, really. I'll see if I can find a non-ad version I can send to you guys. You can at least watch it.
Okay.
I'm sure there's a YouTube version of it somewhere. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? But yeah, that should be everything. Unless Joe's got anything else to add before we end it.
Now, there was 2 things that I have to add. One of them is Disney related with regards to Wesley Snipes, and I'm trying to find exactly where it is. Right.
Talking about how he
here.
broke the record for playing the character.
He got 2 Guinness World Records for playing Blade in Deadpool Wolverine. Where's the first one?
Spoiler alert for anybody who doesn't know yet.
As half vampire Daywalker.
Eric Brooks.
Superheroes, the threequel comes 25 years and 340 days after he first played the character in 1998's Blade, according to Guinness World Records, securing him the record of the longest career as a live-action Marvel character.
Yep.
Snipes beat out his co-host Hugh Jackman, whose first appearance as Wolverine came 24 years ago in 2000's X-Men. Where's the second one? And then also, according to Guinness, he last played the character 19 years, 231. It says day ago, and it should be days.
Yeah.
And it trips me up. In the 2004 film Blade Trinity, surpassing Alfred Molina's 17-year gap between playing Doc Ock in 2004's Spider-Man 2 and 2021's Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yep.
So it's just funny that he now holds 2 Guinness World Records for playing Blade. And the other one, yeah, today's the last day. So anybody listening to this, unfortunately, if you don't know about it beforehand, might not be able to see it. But the closing ceremonies of the Olympics is August 11th, which happens to be today, the day we're recording. And from what I understand, Tom Cruise will be performing a stunt in the closing ceremonies. Now he's in Paris right now filming the next Mission Impossible movie.
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
And apparently he's going to be doing a stunt for the closing ceremonies. It doesn't say what, it doesn't say when exactly the closing ceremonies start.
It's
it just
crazy
says
sack of shit, dude.
August 11th. So he might be doing something, Tom Cruise-y, and just balls to the wall stunt, which would be amazing.
He's gonna fucking base jump off the top of the Eiffel Tower.
I can only hope that it is something that they are already filming for Mission Impossible, and they're just like, we're gonna do it live. Fuck it, we're gonna do it live. So if you didn't know about that, find out when the closing ceremonies are, and Tom Cruise is going to be doing some stunt. There's a bunch of other people that are going to be in it too. Apparently, Celine Dion is supposed to make an appearance, and there was someone else that was like, oh, okay, Lady Gaga is supposed to be making an appearance. Where is it? As a cabaret-inspired musical act. So it's supposed to be. It sounds like it might be pretty cool. But whatever Tom Cruise is doing,
It's Tom Cruise in it.
It hopefully is going to be insane and cool.
Well, I'll try to post. I'm sure there'll be a video of it online eventually.
Yeah.
So I'll try to post it on the website too when it's episode. So if you're listening to this, go to the website. It'll be on there to check out as long as I can find it to put it on there, and I'll update it if I need to as well.
That's all I got.
All right, cool. Well, that'll be it for this week's episode of Comes Naturally. We have been
Joe?
I have been Cody, and as usual, you fuckers just came naturally.
Bye.